Hey guys, Sean here. Welcome to the F1 Word and to a super quick breaking news video regarding Haas. Now, in case you missed it last week, the team chose to cut ties with its title sponsor and driver Nikita Mazepin ahead of the new season, freeing up a seat alongside Mick Schumacher for 2022. That, as I'm sure you can imagine, set the rumour mill into overdrive, with Pietro Fittipaldi the favourite to take that seat, and drivers including Nico Hülkenberg, Antonio Giovinazzi and Oscar Piastri were also thought to be in with a chance. However, none of those have been chosen, and instead, Kevin Magnussen will return to F1 for this season. I will give some reaction in a moment, but let's get the newsy stuff out of the way first. A statement released by the team this evening explained that K-Mag will drive at the pre-season test this week, although Pietro Fittipaldi will still be behind the wheel on day one, and K-Mag will be in that seat for the rest of the season, the whole of 2022. And in that press release from Haas, Magnussen is quoted as saying, "I was obviously very surprised but equally very excited to receive the call. I was looking in a different direction regarding my commitments for 2022, but the opportunity to return to compete in Formula One and with a team I know extremely well was simply too appealing. I really have to say thank you to both Peugeot and Chip Ganassi Racing for releasing me promptly. Both are great organisations. Naturally, I also want to thank Gene Haas and Gunther Steiner for the chance to resume my Formula One career." The Dane added that he has been briefed as much as possible on the 2022 car and can't wait to get behind the wheel later this week. No great surprises there. And Gunther Steiner added to that by saying that the decision to bring Magnussen back was a straightforward one for the team, and he was a key component in the team's previous successes. Whilst I'm on the news, it is also worth a quick mention that due to the late arrival of the team's freight to Bahrain, Haas will miss Thursday's morning session of the official test, but Fittipaldi will be in the car for the afternoon, with Mick Schumacher and Kevin Magnussen taking the wheel for the rest of the week. And just to reiterate a point in Magnussen's statement, he won't be racing in IMSA or in WEC this year as planned. It will just be in F1. I know, given the length of the calendar, that's kind of obvious, but I just wanted to make that clear. So K-Mag is back, and I've got to be honest, I am so happy about that. Not necessarily the circumstances around it, of course, but I'm really pleased to see him back in F1. Sure, it would have been cool to see Hülkenberg back, for example. Again, I'd love to have seen Piastri get a chance. But Magnussen is a driver with proven experience. He knows the team exceptionally well, and I really do feel he still has unfinished business in F1, and I'd probably go as far as to say a point to prove to some people. He's done very well in F1 in the past, but I often felt like his drives and his performances kind of flew a little bit under the radar. And I'll throw this in there as well. He's just such a quick driver, and actually, thinking about it, a really good benchmark for Mick Schumacher to measure himself against. We tried to compare, didn't we, last year quite often how Schumacher was getting on versus Nikita Mazepin, but with all due respect to Mazepin, it's not really the greatest driver to measure yourself against. I'm not saying Magnussen is. I'm not claiming for a second he's one of the greats, but he's a much better driver. Therefore, a much better benchmark. I hope you see where I'm going with that. But anyway, whilst this whole thing kind of came out of left field with rumours swirling last night, the more I think about it, the more this decision makes a lot of sense. Not least, as I say, because of his experience and knowledge within that team. So I totally get why Haas went down this route, and I can't wait to see Magnussen back out there racing in F1 again. And you know, it might actually help to bring some sort of stability back to a team that has been in a little bit of chaos over the last few weeks. I'm actually quite excited about this lineup as well, you know. Definitely going to be one to keep a close eye on this year. That is it for this one then, but we will talk more about this during the testing streams which start tomorrow morning at 8 AM GMT. Yes, I know that's an hour after the test officially starts, but I like to skip that first quiet hour, so we've got a bit to talk about when we go live at 8. But like I say, I just wanted to whiz this out as a breaking news video with some quick initial reaction as a sort of update to my video on Saturday. Now, I will be back in the morning for testing live, so if you are new to the channel, then please do consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any future content. And please do drop a like as well, as it really does help the channel out. But as ever, thank you for watching. I've been Sean, this has been the F1 Word, and until next time, goodbye.